Hey everybody, Blue Goblin here for a special video here on my blugoblinX channel. I'm here to talk about my recent experience at the last Comic-Con that I went to. It was called Comic-Conway. It was down in Conway, Arkansas, and it was amazing. To be fair, I wouldn't put it up there with the River City Comic Expo experience or the Cape Girardeau Comic-Con that I went to, but this was still a very fun time. Jennifer and I had a blast. Now, whether or not she wants to show off what she got there, I'll leave that up to her, but I'm going to show off what I got. I go to Comic-Cons to meet interesting people, see good cosplayers, but the main reason I go to these things is I'm hoping to score me some discount comic books. So I'm going to show off the stash that I got. Now bear in mind, I got these incredibly cheap. Most of these books cost me nothing but $0.25 a piece. And I just thought these would be really fun to read. So let me go ahead and show off what I got. Okay, we'll start with this pile right here. Okay, we got AVX, A plus X number 3. Let me actually pull up a chair so I can. Yeah, that's better. A plus X number 3, issue number 4. Yeah, good stuff. Issue number 5. Got it because of dupe. And issue number 6. Sorry for the very disturbing glare from the lights, but issue number 8. Kitty and Jessica, plus Hawkeye and Deadpool. And issue 12, I saw Wonder Man and Beast sold. Didn't even care about Captain America and Jubilee. I saw Beast and Wonder Man, and I was like, sold. Let me scoop those over and show off the big Secret 6 stash that I got. Secret 6 number 3, 4, number 5, issue 7. I'm missing issue 6. Number 8, number 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and the 14, and the 15, and the 16. I didn't know if I had 16 or not, but I was like, it's only like $1, so I was like, yeah, I'm gonna pick it up. Plus, it's a Gail Simone comic. How could I pass that up? I also got the second official Teen Titans Index. I've always been a huge fan of the old school Teen Titans from the 60s up to the 80s. Those were my Titans. And a copy of Red Sonja number 10 from the Red Sonja Marvel days. I actually did look at this one. This is actually not that bad. Then got me X-Men Adventures number 9, which retells the classic Rogue Ms. Marvel storyline from the cartoon. One of my personal favorite episodes of the series, told in a comic book form. I actually read this before we left the con, and this is really cool. Really love that issue. And then picked up Lady Rawhide number 5. It was the one issue of Lady Rawhide that I was actually missing, and I still have yet to read this, and hopefully it's just as good as the rest of the series was. Alright, pardon the shaky cam. I'm going to move these over. Alright, next pile, Robin number 1. I believe this was $1, so I decided, why not? Go ahead and pick that up. And I found the Marvel 75th Anniversary Celebration book. I have yet to look at this, so I don't know what I'm going in for with that, but I thought, only $1, I'll give it a look. Then a book that this Masters of the Universe Origin of Hordak one-shot. I actually have already read this. I actually borrowed this from my good buddy Norman Meklikoff formerly known as Rob the Terrible from our nerd wrestling review days. All 2 of them that we did. But yeah, he actually lent this book to me, and I loved it so much. I was like, God, I gotta find a copy of for myself. And luckily, I did. Good book. Then I scored on some classic X-Men. Classic X-Men #2. They didn't have #1, which really bummed me. But I was like, yeah, #2. Then #3. I love that cover. That has instantly become one of my personal favorite X-Men related covers. Just love it. That's so gorgeous. And classic X-Men #5. I have yet to read these, so I don't know what I'm in for here. Now this is really interesting. I accidentally got 2 copies of classic X-Men #6, but if you notice, they're a little different in terms of how it's numbered here. Plus, you look down here, one of them's got the black Spider-Man head, and one of them's got the barcode. One of these came directly from a comic book shop, and one of these came from like a grocery store or something. My girlfriend's mother pointed that out to me when we noticed that, and I thought, oh, I got 2 different versions of the same book. Classic X-Men #6. Then classic X-Men #11. This book actually cost me only $0.25, but it's old school X-Men stuff. Always loved that. Then #13. Classic X-Men was the series that we got when we were too cheap to get the original Uncanny X-Men stories. #16. Good cover with the Vindicator. And classic X-Men #17. Pretty solid cover, not bad. #30. Just a really eerie looking cover with Wolverine there with a robotic Hulk. Okay. Then #31. I always will love Jean Phoenix. Issue #44. Good old picture of Dick Summers here on the cover. Then it was renamed to X-Men Classic later on down the line, but I still call it Classic X-Men. This is #61. Dark Phoenix stuff. Yeah, that's it for the Classic X-Men stuff. Now we go into more weird books. Eastman and Laird's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Adventures Volume 1 trade paperback. This was only $0.25 because it's worn, and all the activities like these little crossword puzzles have been doodled on and scribbled on. So yeah, this only cost me $0.25. But I was like, I want to get it because this is a comic book adaptation of the entire first season of the cartoon, of the 80s cartoon, and it's actually pretty faithful, and it's actually pretty good. I prefer to watch the actual cartoon, but to have a comic book adaptation of it, I think is really cool. And plus, the cover, while simple, still pretty awesome. Love it. And speaking of Ninja Turtles, found an issue of TMNT Adventures #8 with their bizarro costumes that they had. When they decided to put Raphael in blackface. Yeah, that was weird. And you got Wingnut and Screw Loose right there. Really cool. Then just random issue #4 of Hercules Prince of Power. I was like, it was only $0.25. What the hell? Then I also got an issue of Nightfall that I didn't have in my collection. This is Nightfall Part 8, Detective Comics 662. That is one of the weirdest covers I think I've ever seen. I'm not really fond of the cover, but hopefully the book was really good. Now for probably the 2 most obscure books, but then my big score, and I think I accidentally just gave you a peek at it. Ugh. The 2 most obscure ones. I didn't even know this existed. A comic book adaptation of the Tom Hanks movie Big. I didn't even know this existed, but then again, I'm not really surprised. I actually thumbed through this. This is just silly and weird. It's like you're reading the script, you're reading the movie. Whatever. It was only a quarter. Then, oh man, this, I gasped when I saw this. It's in pitiful shape, but I had to get it. World Wrestling Federation. An officially licensed World Wrestling Federation product. Don't know what issue number this is. This is I want to say, it's just a World Wrestling Federation comic book. It's from Valiant Comics. It's called Wait Till I Get My Hands On. This was done in 1991. The first story is about the Ultimate Warrior wanting revenge on The Undertaker. And the second story involves the Big Boss Man and the Mountie. And the Big Boss Man is actually the heel in this story, and the Mountie is the babyface because it takes place in Canada. We also got appearances from Roddy Piper, stuff like that. And it also has an advertisement for some Nintendo comics. Some really pretty decent artwork in this book. I actually thought the artwork was actually not that bad. But then again, it's a cheesy kids comic. It's a cash grab through and through. But yeah, classic WWF stuff. I'm a wrestling fan. I've been a wrestling fan for over 20-something years. And it's hard to believe, we've just come across the 25th anniversary of The Undertaker, and this is a story involving The Undertaker in his rookie years. The character of The Undertaker in the rookie years. But this is what I was trying to find. This 2-page spread. Meet the WWF superstars. Up here you got the Ultimate Warrior, Big Boss Man, Roddy Piper, Texas Tornado, Kerry Von Erich, the Bushwhackers, Mr. Perfect, Sensational Sherry, the Nasty Boys, Paul Bearer. Yeah, he's a superstar, folks. The Undertaker, Ted DiBiase, and the Mountie. Notice somebody missing, brother? Oh, man. Talk about eerily predicting the future. But yeah, World Wrestling Federation comics. I still have yet to see an issue number on this. Maybe it's up here. It says a 9, but I don't think that. I think that's part of the serial number. But I was like, yeah, okay. All right, now there's all the little stuff and the semi-big scores and the obscure scores. But this is the creme de la creme, the big score. And I cannot believe how cheap I got this book, considering that I looked at it immediately after I bought it and I went, oh my god, I got such a huge deal on this book. My big score. Probably the biggest Comic-Con score I ever had. I have ever had so far. Cheesy drum roll. It is Tales of the Teen Titans number 44. Part 3 of the Judas Contract. And you probably can't see it with the camera, but there. Tales of the Teen Titans 44. Part 3 of the Judas Contract. First appearance of Nightwing. First appearance of Dick Grayson as Nightwing. And first appearance of Joe Wilson as Jericho. You got first appearance of Nightwing and Jericho. There shall come a Titan. And you got Deathstroke right in the middle. Oh my god. Yeah, this, I actually had my girlfriend's mom look this up price-wise, and it goes for a pretty penny, and I got this really cheap. I got this for only $25. I only paid $25 for this, but goes for so much higher than that, based on the condition that I believe it's in. But my God. And the Judas Contract, I have now. I only own now parts 1 and 3 of the Judas Contract, but I have read the story, and it is still one of my all-time favorite comic book storylines, period, in general. And I remember posting a question on my Facebook page, say favorite comic book storyline of all time, go. And there were so many people saying this, this, and this, and somebody pitched the question back to me. And when I responded, I said, if I had to pick one, I would go with Crisis on Infinite Earths. But I strongly considered this as like maybe like an honorable mention or something, because man, this storyline was so good. But yeah, a comic that I never thought I would have, and got it for a good price. Right there, there's my comic book haul from Comic-Conway. I want to thank you all for watching. I am sitting in a rocking chair. That's probably why it looks like it's bobbing in and out. But thanks for watching. Please subscribe. Give me a thumbs up. Give me some feedback. What do you think of this stash here? I got a lot of reading to do. Not to mention the books that I get here at Arkham Comics and the books that my bro, the Mount Vernon kid, sends me from Midtown Comics. I am literally buried in comic books, but I'm loving every minute of it. So, there you go. What do you think? You like it? You don't like it? Oh well. Thanks for watching, everybody. I am Groot. See y'all later.